Hello, my name is Brett.
My name is Gemma.
I'm from America.
I'm from England.
And we've moved to England.
So we are now truly ready to discover how great is Britain.
Okay, so here we are. We're back. We're jumping right back into the story that we started telling last week,
Yes.
where we traveled back in time, and we caught ourselves up in our from our last days in Orlando to getting on the plane and flying.
But what happened? You don't know yet.
No, that's what we're here to tell.
Yeah.
We got on the plane. We were heading to France, and then who knows? Let's find out right now.
Yeah.
By going back in time to just a few weeks ago. We were on Air France.
We were coming into land. Beautiful landing. I just remember something. When you come into land on Air France, should I say Air France? They talk about pressure. They have a screen. Do you remember this? With a camera on the wheels.
Yeah.
So you know how when you come into what's it called? The runway. And what time is it?
The tarmac.
The tarmac. They've got lines. Well, they're so confident in their pilots. They have a camera so you can watch everything. And I like to clap when we land. And I definitely clapped because this pilot, it was amazing.
It was a great landing.
It was amazing. And so he came in. He was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interestingly about the move, though, what I found was because it had been so hectic leading up to that point, and we had so much stuff, as we discussed last time.
Did we have a lot of stuff?
We had so much stuff.
Okay.
So many bags. That it was really the first time in, I would say, a couple of weeks being on the plane that we were forced to just like sit down and not do anything, except like be parents. But yeah, the flight was amazing. The landing was perfect. We arrived at the airport.
That was not fun. That line.
That was less fun.
Because obviously we're landing in Europe, and now the UK isn't in the EU anymore, so there's no scooting in.
Yeah, we couldn't do the EU stuff.
No, we couldn't scoot.
No
scooting.
The line was fairly long, but when we finally got to the customs officer, that
was so fast.
That was fast. That was fairly quick.
We were so ready. I had my folder. Someone bought me for my birthday, like with my name on it and everything. I was ready with our passports and our documentation. They just didn't. They were like, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just ushered us through. There was no...
They must have checked something, and if you weren't as organised, it would have been more thorough.
Yeah, the moment that you would have decided not to have done something, that would have been the paperwork that they asked for. Yeah, absolutely. But we got through, and then, you remember we were winding our way through the airport, and the first thing that we were struck by was, do you remember? The size of the elevators.
So tiny.
Yeah, broom closets.
American broom closet. So we walk in. I mean, we all fit, didn't we?
We all fit.
The four of us. The dogs weren't with us yet.
Yeah.
But we were amazed. We were like, oh my, they're tiny.
Yeah.
It was
kind of a taste of things to come, of just like how small things can be.
Yeah.
Not only, I guess, in Europe, if I extrapolate from my one experience in the Charles de Gaulle airport, but also what we found sort of in England as well is how small things can be, surprisingly small.
Yeah, I'm wondering if because America's so big, they just make everything bigger to take up just space.
Yeah. I think you said last week we met the pilot, so we were able to
have a little chat.
Have a little chat with him.
Told him about his beautiful landing.
Yeah. He told us about the dogs.
Yeah.
We went to baggage claim. We collected all of our stuff. So there's me with, I think, 3 carts.
A car seat.
A car seat strapped to my back.
Yeah, another car seat in a bag.
Yeah. I look like a Sherpa going up like the side of Everest. Yeah, or a turtle.
What's a Sherpa?
The guy,
I'm gonna look for a picture now.
The guide who like takes all of the hikers up, who they've climbed Everest, like they do it like 10 times a day, but they can carry all the stuff on their backs.
We have started calling Daddy the family mule.
I felt like it. So then Gemma had set up a service for us to get picked up so they could drive us from Paris to England.
Because we landed in Paris so the dogs could fly as cargo. They go in a separate area and it's climate controlled. But it's a lot more affordable to fly into Paris than it is directly to the UK.
Right.
And then they have services to pick you up and drive you to England, which sounds nuts to us coming from America.
But he was there on the other side of the glass, and he sort of waved and identified us and stuff, and you know, and immediately one of my carts immediately just like tipped over right in front of him, and so I was like, this is a good way to start.
And then we went to meet the dogs.
So we went to meet the dogs, and sure enough, there's at the end, sort of the long hallway or the long area, I suppose, is their crate. And so we were very excited to see them.
We were. Rue popped up first, and Wilbur's an older boy.
Yeah, no sign of Wilbur.
And immediately my heart drops, you know, because the vet even said, you know, when your pets fly, you know, just we gave a heads up, we were panicking. I avoided all videos because I'd heard on all these groups and everything. I was like, no, I've been told that they're safe. I've been told they're fit to fly. I've been told they're in climate control. I've checked with everybody throughout the flight, like, are they on the plane and everything? And when I didn't see Wilbur, I did have that minute like, but he was there. He was just chilling.
He was fine.
They didn't even mess.
No.
Because really the flight was just like going to bed, right? Overnight, 11 p.m.
And if
8 hours, right?
Yeah. And if you look it up, all the advice says like put down puppy pads, put down wee pads, you know, they're going to go, there's nowhere for them to go on the plane. So they're just going to go in the corner. All of those things.
They had water.
They had water.
Yeah, it was cushy in there.
Yeah, they had bath mats in there.
What's it called? The memory foam.
Yeah.
I'd found a wee pad, memory foam mat. Then I put another like very comfy, like almost like a shag carpet in there.
Yeah. No, it looked like a hotel in there.
They had toys.
But we were prepared for them to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
And dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Didn't do a thing. So basically we packed everything up in this Mercedes van. And we took up every single inch of that thing.
Every spot.
Yeah. And we started driving through the French countryside. And
my God. What a way.
Yeah, it was quite a cool introduction to
and we were like, our 3-year-old and our 10-month-old at this point, they're just casually driving through the French countryside.
Yeah.
You know, it took me to nearly 40, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the first stop that we made was actually for the dogs.
We did, yeah.
Because as we had discussed, they did not go to the bathroom.
Mm-mm.
And so they needed to take a stop.
Oh, they were in heaven.
And how appropriate that it was in France, because they had to take a little wee.
Oh my gosh.
2, 3, wee.
Okay, on that note, please like and subscribe.
Yeah. If you didn't like that, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my God.
If that doesn't make you subscribe, then nothing will. But yeah, we went to this little village.
I love it when you say, where do we go to eat something? When you went to get those pastries.
A patisserie.
Wow.
And it was really good. Immediately, though, it was just like we are awash in history.
What we've been like dreaming of.
Yeah.
Just being like casually sitting there having my cafe au lait, and there's like all this history.
Yeah. But we jumped back in the car, and we basically just drove all the way to
the ferry. Mm-hmm. Which we were supposed to get at 8 o'clock, and we got delayed to the 11, which was kind of annoying. But part of the adventure we just rolled with it.
Yeah, there was really nothing that we could do. And when your driver says he's never experienced a line this long, you just kind of go, all right.
Yeah, okay.
You came in on your British passports, you and the girls. The dogs actually got accepted before I did. They, through whatever the bureaucracy and whatever the methods are, France actually allowed them, because there's 2 gates when you get to the ferry.
Yeah.
You go through the France one to let them know that, hey, I'm leaving. I told you that I arrived at the airport, and now I'm telling you I'm leaving, so they can keep track of that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then you have to drive down a little curved road, and then you get to the England one to tell them, hey, I'm here now. But France actually approved the dogs, and so they were, you know,
in before him.
They were citizens before I was even, you know, before my visa was even looked at. So
yeah. But they let us all in.
So we got on the ferry at about 11 o'clock at night, and we made our way over. There wasn't much to see.
No.
As far as going outside and like looking over the water and stuff.
When we did arrive, though, those white cliffs of
You
Dover,
could
you
see them.
definitely see.
They were shining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty amazing. We all went out and looked, and yeah, really special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to our destination until after midnight.
You made us go to bed. Smart call.
I made us go to bed,
Yeah.
but not before bringing all of our stuff in. So yeah, we were officially in England,
Yeah.
and it was just I don't know, how would you describe the feeling that you had?
Not what you expected, um, or not what I expected, I guess. I think it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, just to be honest, like, it is overwhelming what we've done. And you're driven by this sense of it is right for our family, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. And whoa, okay. So you did make the right call for us to go to bed, because the next morning we were like, whoa, what did we do?
Yeah.
We've done it. We're here. We sold our house, our
All
cars.
all of the plans, all of the
Yeah.
thoughts and the feelings and the and looking forward and trying to anticipate all of the things. Suddenly it was just like, we're here.
We've done it. We've done it.
We've done it.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff was sort of like behind us.
Right.
Separated by an ocean. And it was I think it was interesting for me coming in at night, because there was really no context for anything.
No.
Coming in, we didn't know sort of what the neighborhood looked like that we were in. We didn't know what the countryside looked like that we were driving through. We didn't know anything. And so it was just sort of very like, we arrived in darkness, we got in the house, and I think the last thing that I did before I go to bed was take the dogs out one more time. And so I'm in this neighborhood that I've never seen before, that I've never been to.
Are you going to tell that story?
There was slugs everywhere.
You accidentally grabbed a slug.
And I bent down to pick up.
When was the last time you
the dog
saw
waste?
A slug?
I mean, certainly none that big. But yeah, I went to pick up what I thought was dog waste, and it was a slug, and I promptly threw everything that was currently in my hand, and then had to go pick that up again. But that the first night was just it was so literally foreign to me.
Yeah.
And it was dark, and I didn't know what we had just entered into. And I did have that thought of like, what have we done?
And he has never, throughout this whole process, it's been me that's always like, are you sure? Did it wanting to cover and check and double check and triple check and a bazillion check. But yeah.
It was a genuine like, have we made the right decision? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we've done here.
Yeah.
But we went to bed.
We did.
And we woke up the next morning.
And we were in our friend's beautiful home, but we had definitely taken over it with the four of us and the two pups, and our luggage was everywhere. And that was just, again, just compounded that feeling of like, what have we done? Where are we? Where's our home? Let's go home. We can't go home. We sold it. And so Brett, again, great thinking. Let's unpack, get the bags into the garage. We'll just take out what we need. And that made us feel better. And Brett actually took the dogs for a walk and said, Jen, we need to just get outside, have a breather, and you'll feel better. And we did.
Yeah, seeing it in daylight, putting our stuff away, getting some sense of normalcy, even though, again, we're not in a house that we know, none of these things, but it's like, I know where my clothes are now. I know that my toothbrush is here. Just weird things that you can just sort of grasp onto. And then
like touch points, right?
Yeah.
Like to ground you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then going out in the daytime and actually seeing like, oh man, this is beautiful.
You heard the bird song, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hearing birds and just sort of being like, oh, it's not as strange and like alien as it seemed last night. And so yeah, it was like,
or I think maybe the darkness, it's like foreboding, you know what I mean? So maybe a bit of sunshine, because we did arrive, this was August 25th, and maybe we just needed a bit of sunshine, literally and figuratively.
We arrived in good weather.
Yeah, we did. Really good weather.
And then we experienced our first day, and it was
lovely. And we walked. We couldn't get over the weather.
Yeah.
Because we've lived in like extreme heat for so long. We went to the corner shop.
Mm-hmm. Just to get some bits and bobs.
We did get some bits and bobs. Very cool. And then what did we have for dinner? Did we have a Chinese? We had a
Was that
Chinese.
that night? Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it was just so I had sort of come in from outside being like, this is the way. We just have to keep expanding. We just have to get to know where we're at. It's the only way that we're going to be comfortable. And so we found a Chinese restaurant, and we just decided to walk to it.
We did. We walked.
And we did. And we
Yeah.
walked to it. We took the stroller. We got the girls, and we walked to the Chinese, and we ordered our food. And
I got seaweed. Very excited.
yeah,
We got prawn crackers. Pippa loves them.
yeah,
Yeah.
big fan.
Delicious.
And we and this is going to sound kind of weird, but we spoke to the person working there, and that sort of became a pattern that kind of has gone up to this day, where it's just
We talk to everybody.
we find ourselves talking to more people
Yeah.
than we really ever did back in Florida.
Maybe we're getting now where they're like, oh, they're coming and they're just going to talk to it. But it's not like that. It's like genuinely people are talking to us. And I think in America, you just drive everywhere. So it's purposefully, like if you're going to go meet someone, obviously you're going to talk. But I think here, because you're walking, you're more likely to bump into somebody, have a chat.
Yeah.
You know.
But we've talked to people on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked to people.
We took the bus.
At the museums that we go to. Like people just, they're so willing to just sit and chat.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I mean, you get the occasional person.
Oh, of course you do.
You know.
I am the occasional person sometimes. You know, I can appreciate, even still, walking down the street now and seeing somebody come the other way, and you know their eyes are very clearly fixed at, like, you know, and I'm like, I respect that. I will fix my eyes the other way. Like,
oh, yeah, I totally get that. It's when you say hello and they're like, hi.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh gosh.
But it was very friendly, and so you know we started acclimating ourselves to our new surroundings and trying to get comfortable, you know, but we were still at that point without certain things.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't
have English phones.
We didn't have phones.
We have phones, but not the data plan and the calling plan.
Right. Yeah. We had the physical phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, T-Mobile have a really good international plan, which is what we were using until we got it sorted. And we got it sorted rather quickly. And wow, we were paying $172 a month for our plan for the two of us. We pay the equivalent now of
Hold on to your socks. If you're wearing socks, hold on to them.
Really tight. $20 for the two of us.
For two of us.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And with no noticeable drop in quality.
No.
With enough data. That we haven't, you know.
Yeah.
And I will say that in doing the research for these phone plans, I somehow stumbled upon this affiliate link thing. What I was able to do was I found a carrier that I think that I wanted to go with and that I liked, and I found someone who was comparing different carriers, and through an affiliate link actually found like a secret kind of deal with this one carrier.
We love a deal.
We love a good deal, which is why we landed there first.
Oh my gosh.
Deal Ken. Like and subscribe, you guys. If you're looking for phone plans or whatever, like I really recommend doing a little bit of a deep dive and looking for like possible affiliate links that have secret sort of deals attached to them, where it's like if you go through them, then they'll knock 50p off per month, or they'll knock, you know, whatever it is. But we were able to get our phones up and running.
Look at you just dropping your English lingo.
Listen, I've been here.
Listen, it took 3 days, and he was like, "Yeah, yeah,
yeah." I'm about half. I'm halfway to being full.
I'm still going to get you something to read, and so that in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm halfway to a full English.
But we got. All I can think of is English breakfast now. We got our phones.
That's what I meant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. And then with them we took the bus to Dover. Now Pippa's never been on a bus.
No, she loved it.
Oh my gosh.
She
got on the bus. She got on the bus and promptly started singing "Wheels on the Bus." It was so cute because it's Quinn's favorite song. And I'll share a bit of video of the scenery and everything. Oh, she loved it.
Yeah, she had a blast.
And then we were chatting to somebody else on the bus.
Yeah. giving advice. I mean, that's the thing. People just they're so open just to tell you, just sort of like, oh, here's where you should go.
To
Here's
help, yeah.
yeah, to help.
And very helpful. And yeah, we had a lovely chat. Hi, if you're watching.
No, yeah, yeah, you subscribed, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, so we sort of arrived, and I think there was that thinking of like, oh, good, we're here now. We can just focus on being here. Like the hard part is behind us, but it really didn't. And you can speak to this more than I can, but it didn't. It didn't stop. It just meant a new set of things and like responsibilities to take care of.
You know, I said to Brett so many times, I'm so sick of being on my phone. It's just constant logistics. And it's just Brett and I doing this. You know what I mean? And so we're figuring everything out. You know, we're the ones that's to blame if it doesn't work out. So we're trying to figure it all out. I'm so sick of being on my phone. And so we had the tour to confirm because that hadn't come through. We had to figure out storage. We obviously had to get phones. We had to find a rental car. We're continuing to look for a place to live. Like it was just non-stop. And they're big things.
Yeah. Have we talked about the tour before?
The transfer of residence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. When you move back to England, you can do a transfer of residence. It's just so that you can bring your belongings and not pay tax on them because they're your belongings. And so that's what we were waiting for, to make sure that when they arrived in England, which actually they arrived on the same day we did, was so fast. Shipping company was amazing. At some point, I'll do a whole video on them and that whole experience. If you'll find it helpful, leave a comment, because we wanted to make sure that we got that so that we didn't have to pay the taxes, which you can pay if you get in a bind, and then just apply for reimbursement, which is very reasonable, but I'd rather just not pay it. Just do the tour.
Yeah.
And just so you know, if you are going to do the tour, you can fill out ahead of time and you can get approved for it and then make adjustments. And had we known that, I would have done it even earlier. But we thought we had to get it accurate initially. And so we didn't fill it out until our movers came. So then we had the whole list. And then it didn't come through in time. There was like a mistake on the first one. And so we reapplied, and so it delayed us a bit. So just fill out ahead of time and you can go in and make adjustments. But it all worked out fine.
It did work out fine, but it was.
But you didn't know that in the middle of it.
No.
That's what's the stress. Hindsight is 2020, right?
Right.
But, so in the middle of it, everything is like, is this going to work?
But then in the meantime, it's like you've got your stuff coming, and when you make the plan to ship it, you know, it could take a month. It could take
2 months.
2 months.
Ours took 3 weeks.
Ours took 3 weeks. So ours, like Gemma said, ours arrived when we did, and not in the same part of the country that we were in. So suddenly it was like we had that kind of hanging over us, where it was like, your stuff is going to arrive in another part of the country. Where are you going to put it? And how long is it going to sit there until they sort of like approve it to move? And then when they do, it's like, you got to get it out of there, or else they're going to start like charging you per day.
And we ended up picking a storage unit again. It's a lot of logistics. We needed a certain size. We wanted to try and do the ground floor. There was a lot of specifics that we really wanted, and it all worked out. But in the middle of it, you don't know it.
No. But we had to rent a car, and in the meantime, we're suddenly starting to look for a place for us to live more permanently, and also looking for a car to buy.
Because you can't keep renting. Jeez Louise.
No, you can't keep renting.
And
those things can take a while, and so it's just as much as you just want to sort of like put your legs up and just be like, wow, we've just worked really hard for the last 3 months, let's enjoy this. It's sort of like there's no rest for the wicked on some of these things.
We still have our 2 little girls as well and 2 dogs, and we want to make sure the girls are doing something fun.
Right.
So we are, taking them to the park every day, and we went to explore Deal. We went on the what's it called? Out into the sea, the boardwalk.
The boardwalk.
We did.
Yeah.
Is that the boardwalk?
Mm-hmm.
Pier. We went out in the pier.
Oh right, yeah, the pier.
And then we started this game with Pips, like to go to a British beach, and we all had an ice cream. It was so fun. But I said to her, because it's like a shingle beach, we've got to find fun-shaped rocks. And that became her favourite game. She wanted to find heart-shaped rocks. And she did.
Yeah.
And even now.
I will say, though, that English beaches are are my kind of beaches.
There are English beaches with sand,
Sure,
but you like the shingle ones.
but
with little rocks.
Florida beaches, no go for me. Too hot.
It's hot.
Too salty.
We went to the beach.
Not enough clothes.
This year with Pippa and Quinn, and we're like, we're going to go to the beach. Pippa really wants to go to the beach. We'll go to the beach. We don't enjoy it.
No, I hate it. But this beach was no sand, so nothing's getting
the dogs loved it
where it shouldn't be. It was cold.
Like and subscribe.
And so we were all in our jackets, which was great, which meant like no pressure to get in the water at all.
Brett is living it up.
Oh, I was having a blast.
Yeah,
I was loving it so
then you
much.
got an ice cream. It was like your dream day.
It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool thing. But
Deal is lovely, by the way.
It is,
Kent.
and it's the place that we got our English heritage passes.
We do, and we got them. We got a deal on our
deal.
English heritage passes. We got a discount on them.
Yeah, we got them on a
20%
a day where like the discount was ending. So
yeah,
we were very lucky. But yeah, with every intention on visiting all of the sites, and and obviously
documenting. We're going to share with you
for the purposes of this channel. But the first place we went was Deal Castle, which was really, really cool. So it was, we just got to do a lot of fun stuff. We went to Sandwich.
Yeah.
We actually visited the place where the Earl was invented.
Brett loves Earl of Sandwich.
Was invented.
We used to go in Disney Springs.
I like the store. I like the man better. And we got to see where he was from. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. We went to a farm shop.
We did. Oh, I think we're addicted. We started to fuel our coffee and cake addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And we know you've been waiting. Now, did they go to Greg's? Come on. Of course we did.
Yes.
We went to Greg's, and then we
multiple Greg's.
And then we went to Costa.
We went to Costa.
Yeah, Costa, hear me. I'm legit.
And what's been interesting is while we definitely have been to Starbucks a few times, our Starbucks sort of obsession from America has kind of slowly drifted away.
I don't think I will ever be able to let Starbucks go.
And we haven't.
I don't think I could ever, because it will be forever Starbucks. I mean, we danced on our wedding day to Falling in Love at a coffee shop because we used to live in New York City, and all we could afford at that time was to go on dates at Starbucks because they don't kick you out.
Yeah.
So I'll always have a affinity for Starbucks, but we really love going just to a local coffee shop and having coffee and cake.
That's become our thing now.
Oh, Pippa asked for it.
It's going to the local coffee shop.
You can have a baby chino. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Can't say no. Oh, I better get one.
Exactly. So we kind of acclimated ourselves to Deal, and saw what we could. We went to a chippy one night.
Mm-hmm.
We had did we do a Sunday roast?
We did a roast dinner, but it was a Thursday.
We did a Thursday roast. We just tried to kind of just make it as homely as you say. Here's a little difference if you're watching from America. If a British person never says homely to you, it's a compliment. It means like comfortable. It's the same as if we said homey. Now, if you're in England or anywhere else, homely to an American means ugly. So if they ever get offended because you've said it, like, that's why. And of course, trying to keep the girls comfortable, trying to keep them, focused on this is where we're at and this is the situation, and always being honest with, especially Pippa, about this is not our home, and but we're looking for one, but we live in England now, and it's and I mean, how many times she's said in the meantime how much she loves it here. It's just
amazing.
Really,
that makes
really
everything
great.
Awesome. And then Quinn, I mean, she has been so laid back and such a source of joy for all of us. We're so thankful. Our friends, we don't want to say obviously too much without their permission, but we couldn't have done this without them. They were, just as our friends in America packed us up and put us on the plane, without our friends welcoming us into their home, forever grateful.
Absolutely.
They have a beautiful home. They welcomed us, and the girls and the pups made us feel so comfortable. Really loved spending time with one particular friend who was home during the time we were there. And it was just lovely. So forever grateful. Loved Deal Kent. We will be back.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were there for a week before we packed up.
And we hit the road fairly quickly, mostly because we had to go meet our stuff.
Our stuff was arriving that month. So it arrived on the 25th, and a week later, which was also a Monday, it was going to be arriving. So we had to make sure that we were in Bristol to meet it.
Yeah. So we went from Deal to Bristol, which was 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
3.5.
Yeah.
3.5 hours. And everyone's like, my dad said, like, oh, it's far, Jim. It's a long drive. And I'm like, 3.5 hours. I mean, I used to commute 2 hours for where I would work.
Yeah.
I think we're just used to driving.
I think at that time, 3.5 hours didn't seem long. I think in the meantime, since we've been here,
we've discovered those windy roads.
We have discovered why.
We're thinking commuting on an interstate,
yeah,
or a highway,
yeah,
not a windy road. Don't even get me started on this 2-lane nonsense. That's like 60 miles an hour is a 1 lane. Oh my God.
Yeah, when you're driving in America and it's like a straight shot and it takes 45 minutes, it's one thing. But when you're in England and it takes 45 minutes and you're literally only going 3 miles, it's long.
It is.
And it's because there's, 50 roundabouts in front of you in order to get to your destination. It's just, woo. So there definitely is truth to that sort of like,
so we walk when we can.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so we packed up our stuff. And we loaded that car.
And we arrived in Bristol.
Yeah, we arrived in Bristol.
First time for both of us.
Yeah.
And the girls and the dogs.
And again, it was evening.
Yeah.
And it was dark.
Same feeling.
And that same feeling came over us, where it was like, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. And
not a nice feeling.
No.
But it's change. It's like, oh, this is unfamiliar. I think it's what is it? Your animalistic sense going off. Wait a minute, what's going on here? So you're on alert. I'm sick of being on alert.
There's definitely something to say about like just being comfortable and having the familiar and like doing. I mean, it seems obvious, I think, but when you do an international move like this, nothing is familiar.
No.
And you're just sort of like you're living out of suitcases and it's just like, and every shift in that and every change just suddenly you just kind of go back to square one and you're going like, oh my gosh, did we do the right thing? And so that's sort of how we started our time in Bristol.
We did.
And I think we need to pick that up next week. How great is Deal?
Pretty great.
It was pretty great.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
It was lovely.
I think it was a good place for us to sort of start.
There's lots of space.
Yeah.
The countryside is beautiful.
It's kind of tucked away and out of the way enough that it was just sort of like it didn't.
You're not really truly going to be passing through Deal. So if you're there,
right,
people I think just assume you live there. We chatted to so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So thank you, Deal.
Yeah.
For being such a wonderful.
What's the deal with Deal? It's great.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for stepping on so many slugs. Didn't mean to.
Oh, babe.
But they come out at night.
So you're just coming in, taking up space.
I know. Typical American. Just coming and stepping on your slugs. Hopefully you were able to join us in a
hot beverage.
In a hot beverage.
Yeah.
Oh man, have we discovered a hot beverage? I know I'm jumping forward a bit, but boy, have we discovered a hot beverage for the.
Let them in.
For the holiday season, yeah.
Go on, you can say it.
It's hot Ribena.
We love it.
And it's nothing that you can't do at home. Just boil some water in a kettle.
And if you're in America, you could go. If you're in Florida, you can go to Publix and pay $7 or $8 for a small Ribena.
$19 will buy you a small bottle of Ribena in America, or 3p here in England will get you. But you put a little Ribena in there in your mug. You put a little boiling water.
Oh, we love it. And as you can probably hear me, we've all had the sniffles. You've kind of avoided it.
I have.
Because of the hot Ribena.
I've sidestepped it. Yeah.
And the hot Ribena just makes you feel.
Yeah. If you haven't tried it, go out, try it, comment below, let us know how you got on, and we'll see you back here next week.
Bye.
Bye.